Now to American for Prosperity President Tim Phillips. Of course, this is a big Koch brothers vehicle that goes way beyond just traditional politics to look at ways of advancing the conservative agenda. Mr. Phillips is a key point person in that right. Tim, very good to have you back with us.
Good to see you, Neil.
What do you think of the measure that was presented on the part of the Senate? Now, your group is famous for saying you can't just tinker around the edges, and you've been quoted in the past as saying that a lot of this measure it's sort of more a nip and tuck, I'm paraphrasing here, at Obamacare than a wholesale change in it. So are you happy to hear what you just heard out of the senator, that they're going to go back to the drawing board and come up with something more acceptable by Friday?
We do. We hope it's going to be a stronger, bigger push, especially to reform Medicaid, Neil, and to end as many of these mandates and that are killing opportunities for folks to get insurance. I thought the president just now was watching it while waiting to chat with you. He was so smart to go back and explain to folks just how bad Obamacare is. You know, premiums up over the last 4 years by 105%. Americans living in 1/3 of the counties across this country have one choice under Obamacare. I think it was smart by the president, and I hope that Senate and House members continue to remind Americans of just how bad Obamacare is. With regard to this Senate bill, we're working with them to improve it. Either way, though, Neil, I think at this point, it's a long road ahead. Secretary Price, the HHS secretary, he's going to have a lot of administrative fixes that he can do. It's going to be a long road ahead to get to where we have good, lower costs for the American people and hopefully a rollback of Obamacare.
If it's anything short of that, would you agree that Republicans who go with a moderate or piecemeal plan should be targeted for primary challenges?
We have not said that, Neil. We want to see the health care situation for Americans improve. And so we think a full repeal is the better way to go. Republicans, Neil, you and I have talked about this. They promised that in 4 straight elections on the congressional front. We're disappointed they didn't do that. This would have been a whole lot simpler if they had gone for that. At the same time, though, we want to improve the health care that Americans are getting. So we support improvements to try to give folks more choices, lower cost, and most importantly of all, just better quality care, which certainly under Medicaid they're not getting right now. And so we do support doing everything we can to make this bill better so that Americans' lives who are stuck in Obamacare are improving right now. So no, we have not said that. A full repeal is the better way to go, Neil.
They'll never do that, though. They'll never do that, right?
And we've got to work to make this better, and we're dedicated to that.
So you've given up, it sounds like, and maybe the Koch brothers have as well. I know after the big confab this past weekend in Colorado Springs, the goal was, you know, for stark conservative choices, agenda items, but this doesn't look like that in the end. I could be misreading it, but this doesn't look like it will ever be that.
Neil, it's important to note for us, we're now in year 8 of this battle. As our network, and you know this, we fought this from the very beginning when it was proposed in 2009. Even when it passed in the spring of 2010, our network stayed focused on repealing all of it or as much of it as we can. This is a long-term effort for us, and this legislation, we're going to make it as good as we possibly can to help people struggling under Obamacare. And then we're not going to stop. We're going to keep working with Secretary Price in Health and Human Services and for additional legislative fixes down the road. So we've taken a long-term view to this, and we're going to keep on that. But the focus right now, in our view, the president was very smart today. Make sure Americans know just how bad things are under an imploding Obamacare, and then keep trying to work to make it better.
All right. Well put. Good seeing you again. Tim Phillips,
thanks, Neil.
Americans for Prosperity president here, but as he indicated there, and some news out of that he is not inclined, nor is his group, nor the Koch brothers, to target Republicans or issue any primary challenges to them if they don't go along.